Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend and you're getting ready for today's racing. Today we're tipping a double header from Turffontein and also from Durbanville. Don't forget we've also got our football predictions from Enzo Coppola, and those are quite interesting, so have a look at that video. I'm going to go through the Vaal Classic. We had 7 winners out at the Vaal Classic. The postman predicted 7 winners in his all his predictions, and he predicted a fantastic Bipot, which we caught 8 times for 266 Rand 20, and it returned 2,129 Rand 60. So that was fantastic. Also, a value bet, race 3, number 2, Raid at 8-1, ran second, paid 3 Rand 10 a place. That's fantastic value, guys. We're very disappointed our best bet, Funky Music, was scratched. As you could have seen, they backed that into odds-on favourite. But we box on to today into Turffontein, and we've got the postman that's going to go through his predictions for you. So please enjoy what input he has for you, and I'll hand over to you, the postman.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Racing comes to us from Turffontein New Course. There are 9 races carded. The first is off at 12:30, and it is a 1,200 meter maiden plate for fillies. In the first race on the card, my first selection there is horse number 9, Insatiable, Raymond Danielson for Janse van Vuren. This one has great form. Has 2 runs. Both of the times finished second. Last time out finished second to Lucy English, and Lucy English has come out and won since. This one has natural gate speed, so in my opinion the draw of 8 will not affect this horse. I think Raymond will get over with that gate speed, and I think that the 9 will be very, very difficult to beat. For second, I've gone for horse number 3, and number 3 is Moonstrike. Muzieni for Paul Matchett. This one is drawn 3, and last time out finished a very improved 4th place. The third horse in that race has come out and won, and I think Moonstrike will give a good account of herself. For third, I've gone for horse number 12, Young Jackie. This is Chase Mojan for Philip Vermeulen. She's drawn 4. She only has had 1 run, and that run she finished 5th. However, she was slow on the day, she was green, she hung all over the place, and I'm certainly looking for improvement from the 12 Young Jackie. Guys, please take note, there are first timers in this race, and the first timer that catches my eye is this horse number 10, No Time Is Taken. She's drawn 1, Warren Kennedy for Paul Peter, and guys, please just watch betting moves on this 10. If there's money for it, I certainly would include it in all my bets. The second race on the card is due off at 13:05. This is a 2,600 meter middle stakes for colts and geldings. And in the second race, my first choice here, and a strong first choice, is horse number 2, Shangani. Shangani's had 3 runs for 2 wins and a third. Last time out, Shangani ran over 2,200 meters and absolutely cruised past them. I think the extra 400 will suit Shangani down to the ground, and I think that this is a fair bet. For second spot, I've gone for horse number 1, Captain Chorus. Captain Chorus is 2.5 kilograms worse off with the 6 Afraad. However, I think with Josh Solomon he's claiming 1.5, and riding for Lucky Hoodalakis, on the last run, the way Captain Chorus moved up and fought, I really believe that this one can still finish in front of Afraad. For third, I have gone for the 6 Afraad, and that is how I see this race panning out. So my selections there, 2 by 1 by 6. The third event on the card is due off at 13:40. This is a maiden plate over 1,450 meters. And in the third event, I fancy horse number 10. Horse number 10 is Displaced Time, Warren Kennedy for Paul Peter. First time out, finished 5th. Lost 2 lengths at the start, was green. However, I believe the extra 300 odd meters. Will shoot this one down to the ground, and I make this a really, really good bet. If there were no first timers in the race, I certainly would have made this one my best bet on the day. However, we don't know what the first timers are like, so we'll have to wait and see. So the third race, my first selection is 10, my second selection is horse number 1, and horse number 1 is Chariot Master. Chariot Master is Lyle Hewitson for Sean Terry. Last time out ran third. The fourth horse in that event has come out and won since. This one is very, very speedy, and I think will be up there, but I still believe that the 10 has got its measure. Guys, again, please watch betting on first timers. And the first timer that catches my eye is horse number 9, Courageous Cat. Gavin Lorena for Mark de Kock. We know that this combination has been deadly lately. The only negative there, it is drawn a little bit wide, drawn 9 out of 13, but please watch for any betting support for this. But as I said, if there were no first timers, I would have had a full go on horse number 10. So my selections there, 10 by 1, and I certainly would throw the 9 in as well. The fourth race on the card is due off at 14:15. It's a 1450 meter maiden plate for fillies and mares. And in the fourth event, we find my best bet of the day. My best bet would be horse number 9, Maria's World. Muzieni for Mike de Kock. First time out, finished just out of the placings, lost a length, was green. However, the form of this race has been franked, and I think with Muzi staying aboard and with the experience, I think Maria's World will take a power beating. For second, I've gone for horse number 5, and that is Country Flame. Samanga Kamala for Paul Matchett. I do believe that Muzi would have had the choice of rides. That is why I've gone for the 9 as a very, very good bet. When I say the 5, Country Flame, Samanga Kamala for Matchett, she's drawn a little bit wide. She's drawn 9 out of 9. That's why I have put that one to run second. For third spot, I've gone for horse number 2 as Burmese Tiara, Warren Kennedy for Paul Peter. Not disgraced last time out, down at Greyville. However, I do feel that the 9 has run too stronger than the 2. 9 has more to come. It's only had one run, where the 2 has had several, and the form is all there for us to see. So my selection for the fourth race, 9 by 5 by 2. The fifth race on the card is due off at 14:50. This is a merit-rated 80 handicap for fillies and mares to be run over 1450 meters. And in the fifth event of the card, my first selection there is horse number 8, Juliet Tango. This is Josh Solomons for Mike and Adam Azzi. He's got 1.5 kilo claim aboard, and I think Juliet Tango again will take a power beating. Won a maiden last time out very, very, very easily. Sat handy and drew clear with ease. The time before that ran against winners, ran in a feature race, was not disgraced, finished 4th, drawn 10 out of 13 at Greyville. The time before that ran in a juvenile plate for fillies, also against winners, finished 4th there, only a length off the winner. And on that particular day, she had lost 2 lengths at the start and was flying. I think over this distance, with the 1.5 kilos off its back, I think Juliet Tango will take a power beating. For second, I've gone for horse number 5, Eternity Ring. Muzieni for the Bar and Boertis Vosloo stable. This one's drawn a bit wide, drawn 8 out of 10. Eternity Ring always gives a good account of herself. Last time out, she did face a bit stronger. So Eternity Ring should be right there when the whips are cracking. For third, I have gone for horse number 3. Horse number 3 is Me Time, Ryan Munger for Corne Spiss. Again, not disgraced last time out. Has been placed in all 4 career attempts at this course, and I think Me Time can fill a minor position. The 6th race on the card is Dwarf at 15.25. This is a merit rated 68 handicap for fillies, run over 2200 meters. And in the 6th event on the card, my first choice, and quite a confident first choice, is horse number 3, Masakin. This is Gavin Lorena for Mike de Kock. Masakin is drawn 1. Gavin rode it last time out and was touched off by Un Deux Trois, and Un Deux Trois came out and won the other day as well. Masakin challenged very, very strongly last time out, and I think with Gavin retaining the ride, again, this one's going to take a power beating. For second, I've gone for horse number 1, and that is Princess Kesh. Lyle Hewitson for Ashley Fortune. Princess Kesh always gives a good account of herself and should be there at the finish. For third, I have gone for horse number 5. That is Olympic Silk. That is Ryan Munger for Ashley Fortune. Very unlucky last time out. Lost 2 lengths, was cramped. Finished third, only 1.7 lengths behind the winner. So this one will also go very, very close to winning. If you guys are taking exotics, guys, for larger perms, I would include all 3. 3, 1, 5. If you have a limited budget, maybe 3 is the way to go. So the 6th race, just to finish off there, 3 by 1 by 5. The 7th race on the card is Dwarf at 1600 hours, a 2200 meter event, merit rated 86, handicap for fillies and mares. And in the 7th race, my first selection there is horse number 5, Opera Glass. Samanga Kamala for Stephen Moffat. Samanga had he's jumped on his last 2 rides for a 2nd and a 1st place. Opera Glass always sits pretty handy and generally stays on very, very well. I think that this one will go very, very close. However, I think it's an open event. I certainly would not be bankering Opera Glass, but I think it will go very close. For second, I've gone for horse number 1, and horse number 1 is Southern Song. Lyle Hewitson for the Azzy stable. Last time out against her own sex, ran pretty dismal. Sorry, my apologies. Last time out, yes, ran pretty dismal race against the boys and finished 12 lengths behind the winner. She was handy, weakened very, very late. And I think back against her own sex, I think she can run a much better race. Lyle rode it 2 runs back. He's on it again. And that day, she did beat Opera Glass. But I do think that Opera Glass has her measure tomorrow at this track. For third, I have gone for horse number 3, and that is Franklin. Warren Kennedy for the Erica Verdeny stable. Franklin, again, the form is there for us to see. Always gives off a good account of herself. 2 runs back, finished 6 lengths behind Opera Glass. She was bulked between the 600 meters and the 400 meter mark, but I still think Opera Glass will have a measure. So my selections there, 5 by 1 by 3. The 8th race on the card is Dwarf at 1635. 1800 meter event, which is a novice handicap. And in the 8th race on the card, guys, we find my value bet. That is horse number 4, Flying Grace. Samanga Kamala for Clinton Binder. And I think that this will go really, really close. It's a 3rd run after rest. It's having its peak run. Last time out, finished 2nd behind Noble Strike. I see the blinkers were removed last time out. The blinkers are still off, and I think with Samanga up, this one will go very, very close. For second, I've gone for horse number 1, Flying Bull. Warren Kennedy for Paul Peter. Last 2 runs have been really promising. Last time out was pretty handy and was pipped at the post. Warren retains the ride, and again, this will give a good account of it of itself. For third, I've gone for horse number 5, and horse number 5 is Indelible. Lyle Hewitson for Sean Terry. Won a maiden last time out. I think this running again slightly stronger. He's drawn a bit wide, but should fill a minor spot. If I were taking exotics, I certainly would add in the 1 and 4. So my selections for the 8th race: 4 by 1 by 5. The lucky last, the 9th race, drew off at 17.10. This is a 1600 meter event, merit rated 88 handicap. And in the lucky last, my first selection there is City by the Sea. Warren Kennedy, Paul Peter, drawn 3 and going for 3 in a row. Last time out, dictated terms very, very well and stayed on very, very easily. This City by the Sea loves the course and I think will go very, very close. For second spot, I have gone for horse number 4, Dark Tide. Samanga Kamala for Lucky Hoodalakis. Folks, I think this one will run a cracker tomorrow. I'm personally going to have a small each way on this one. I'm including it in all my bets: swingers, exactors, trifectas, and all my exotics. I think Dark Tide will go very close. If we go back and we look at the form, every time Samanga has jumped on this horse, it's run really, really close. So I certainly would have Dark Tide in all my bets. For third, I have gone for horse number 7, and that is Twin Turbo. Visiting Jockette Rachel Venica, riding for Fabian Habib. Twin Turbo will jump, sit handy, and I think with the 3 kilo claim, this one will certainly give a good account of itself. It is dropping in class, so if you are taking exotics, please include the 7 as well. So just to end off, my selections there: 1 by 4 by 7. Guys, please look for scratchings, check for jockey changes, check for betting on first timers. Look after yourself, take it easy, and back to you in the studio, Steve. Thanks.
Thanks for that input, the postman. I hope you're really going to deliver for the boys like you did on Thursday at the Turffontein new course. There's a 9-race program there, and the postman's tipped a Bipot to PA. His best bet comes to us in race 4, number 9, Maria's World at 5-2, and the value bet race 8, number 4, Flying Grace at 7-1. Guys, we've hit 950 views on our last video, which is unbelievable. And we had over 80 likes. Please, can we hit 100 likes this weekend, guys? Please. It would be unbelievable, and it will also help the guys with their confidence and their momentum in the tipping for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe the videos, share, and remember, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.